Mr. Theoren Fleury himself in our studio. How's it going, man?
Awesome. Thanks for playing the song.
Yeah, let's talk about this song. This song's done pretty good for you.
Yeah, it's been really good, especially on Aboriginal radio. Yeah. So very exciting stuff. And that song is really sort of about the first time I ever heard music, and my fondest memories as a child were sitting beside my grandfather listening to him play the fiddle, and my dad was an entertainer and my uncle was an entertainer, and so my dad was born on a farm in St. Lazare, Manitoba, and the farm that they lived on was called Chinatown.
Right.
And the reason why they called it that was because the railroad ran right through their property, and the railroad was built by the Chinese people, and it was... The setting is just incredible. It's overlooking the whole entire Assiniboine Valley, and so that's how the song, starts out. And as we all do, we leave home and we go out and we do our thing and we dream big, and sometimes we make it, sometimes we don't. But the whole time we're sort of out there doing our thing. We're always trying to get back home again, and so that's really sort of the gist of the song, and happy that it's, that people like it and it's doing well.
Former NHL All-Star, Stanley Cup winner, Olympic gold medalist, two-time best-selling author, healing motivator, and of course now the country music singer. Theo, how did you and the guys from Death Valley Rebels intertwine?
Well, it's funny. My first writing partner was a good friend of my family in Winnipeg. My other writing partner, who's sort of our band manager now, put this all together. We were drinking buddies back in the day when I was playing in Calgary with the Flames, and the whole time we're sort of getting into trouble and misbehaving. I knew that he played guitar, but I didn't realize to what extent that was. And so, as the story goes, we both get sober, and he tells me that he sings, he plays, he writes, he produces, and so one night he came over to my house and we sat in the basement of my house and we wrote the title track to the album in my basement in about 45 minutes, and I see you're going to play it here right away. Yeah. So and he is very well connected in the Calgary music scene, and so my guitar player, my bass player, kind of hard-rocking guys back in the 80s, they play in the band. My drummer's from the Roadhammers back in the day. And Patty played a little bit with the Dropkick Murphys. So, we've assembled a really talented group of guys. And, obviously, as you can tell on My Life's Been a Country Song, they make me look pretty good. So,
You guys seem like you have a great chemistry behind the scenes, especially when you're making the album. Is that how it is?
Yeah. We all get along. We sort of all have this sort of same mentality. There's a lot of... It's like a hockey team dressing room when we're together. The guys are ribbing each other, going back and forth, teasing each other and whatnot. But, when it comes time to play and the guys are outstanding.
We're talking again with Theo Fleury and from his group, the Death Valley Rebels. You're performing tonight at Century Casino about 7 o'clock?
Yeah, 7 o'clock. The doors open. We'll be on stage about 8. So.
All right. One thing I really like about you, Theoren, is you love to give back to the community as well. You're performing, play hockey across the north. You're also going to Hay River soon to take part in a hockey tournament.
Yes. We're super excited about going up to Yellowknife. I've been to Whitehorse before, but never been that far north, and I only hear amazing things about Yellowknife, the beauty and whatnot. And I'll be doing some school visits up there, and
nice.
I think we'll be up there for probably a week, I think, by the time it's all said and done. So, I've been to 140 First Nations communities since 2009, when my book came out, and I always say this because I'm so grateful to the Aboriginal community, because it's really those people that have given me my life back spiritually. I really had no idea. We all realize, the problems and issues that they have in the communities. And, when I first started speaking, I was a bit overwhelmed, and I didn't really know, what to say or what to do. And so I have a spiritual grandmother who comes from Siksika, outside of Calgary. And she said to me, just one person at a time. And that really sort of took the pressure off. And the community of Siksika has been absolutely incredible to me and my family. And they've adopted, all of us. And, I'm an honorary chief out there now. And I'm also a pipe carrier, and last summer we got invited to join the Sundance, and looks like we're gonna probably do that this year, and so it's been an incredible journey, and if people only knew how many incredible people there are in these communities trying to make a difference and do the right thing and whatnot. And, I've ran into countless people that have really sort of helped me along this journey. And, I got sober in 2005 and, started in 12-step. And I got to a point where I sort of just leveled off, and it was the Aboriginal community and the Aboriginal spirituality that sort of beamed me into this new stratosphere of spirituality, and my life has, the anger subsided, all these problems that I had when I was going through the stuff that I went through started to dissipate. My mental health issues, started to dissipate, and so I'm a big, proponent of the ceremonies and how beneficial they can be to somebody. And the thing I love about it is, I get to choose, and it's very basic, and it's a very simple thing to follow, and we've really enjoyed being around the people that are doing it.
Theoren Fleury on the show this afternoon, a proud Métis as well from Russell, Manitoba. Do you follow your roots a lot?
Oh, yeah. 8 years ago, APTN's got a program called All Our Relations, and they did an episode on me and my family, and they traced my roots back to, well, obviously, I assumed that we were from the St. Lazare area of Manitoba, but when they dug deeper and went further back, we're actually from Duck Lake, Batoche is where all of our family comes from.
Okay.
And my great uncle Patrice Fleury was Gabriel Demont's right-hand man, and he was a scout and so he was the guy that trapped, the British soldiers at the Battle of Batoche many years ago. And it's funny, they actually had a picture of him. When I saw the picture, I was like, holy cow, man, does this ever look like my dad? And I actually got a chance to drive through Duck Lake and the Batoche area on my way up to Beardy's to do some speaking up there. And so it was a really cool experience, and it was fun to be a part of that program.
Yes. Well, your documentary recently, Playing on Fire, that is a deep story, but it also brings to light who exactly you are. I mean, you got the whole hockey thing going on, but there's another side of you as well.
For sure. I really wanted to show people that you can go back to those places and you can talk about them and be okay with whatever it is that comes up while you're doing it. And
was it hard to make?
Yeah, it was difficult at times, but it was a wonderful experience. And obviously, at that time I was still growing. I was still, I still had a lot of anger.
Right.
Stuff going on, and I think that probably came out more than anything else in the documentary. But it was a fun project. We actually just finished another documentary that we're hoping will be out next year, and we do a thing every year where we pick a province and we walk across the province for 5 days.
Yeah, I remember that.
And this year we're walking from my hometown, which is on the border of Saskatchewan, right to Winnipeg, so we're looking forward to that. And it's called the Victor Walk. And so the first Victor Walk, we actually shot a documentary of the whole entire walk, and so that'll be coming out hopefully next year.
Last year you were in Alberta doing that?
Yeah, we walked from Edmonton to Calgary last year. Wow. It was fun.
How was that?
It was great. Yeah, it was really good. And we stopped in at Bowden Penitentiary for for a half a day and spoke to the inmates there, and it was a incredible experience, a wonderful day.
All right, let's get to the new single, I Am Who I Am. Tell us all about that.
Well, I think it's sort of self-explanatory, you know. I am who I am, and, you know, I stand for what I believe in, and you know, I'm finally free of you know, all those things that sort of held me down for a long period of time.
Yeah. Theoren Fleury, thanks a lot for doing this, man.
Oh, thanks for having us. We really, really appreciate it.